So class, I'm going to start with the topic. So in the last class, we have discussed about middlewares, what are the different types of middlewares, and we have uh, taken an example of application level middlewares and route level middlewares. Okay, so I'm continuing with that uh, topic, and I'm taking to you to the next different types of middlewares. First, I'm going to explain what is error handling middlewares, and then we will discuss the built-in middleware. Okay, so let me take you to the code. Okay, so this is the code we have discussed in the last class. Okay, we have created a uh, authentication middleware, and we have also discussed the application level middleware. Now, if I'm talking about the route level middleware, in the route level middleware, we have this just try to validate the if the username is admin, and then at that time the user can access the page. Okay, here I can also do one thing. I can also update the value. Suppose this is admin, and I just want that now the request will be updated by the middleware, because middleware have an access of request object as well as the response object. So if I will change the value request dot query dot pwd equals to, say I'm writing Pankaj. Now this will be the, I'm going to update the value. Okay, now if anyone wants to access this require this value updated query value, he can access it. Suppose in the dashboard, I'm here, I'm consoling the same thing like console.log. Okay, and I'm trying to access this value. So here I'm using the backtick, and here I'm using the template variable dollar, and I'm trying to request dot query, sorry, request dot query dot pwd. So what will be the value available there? Okay, so let me save the code and let me open the dashboard. Okay, let me open this. Yeah. Okay, let me localhost slash dashboard, and because in order to access the dashboard, you need to write a proper query. So if the query is admin, if the password is admin, then you are able to access that dashboard page. Now, so let me write password equals to admin. See, the page is open. At the same time, password is admin, but in that middleware, I'm changing the password from admin to Pankaj, and this is the password. Now it is in access in the dashboard, in the dashboard page. Now, so let me change this. So I'm like the user login logged. Okay, so this will be the updated value now. So if the user, if I'm logged in with the proper credential, and it will give me it will give me the updated query variable, because we have updated the query variable using the middleware. So middleware can have an access to the request object. Okay, and as well as the response object. Okay, so this is the thing that we can do with that request dot object. We can change the value. Now let me talk about the error handling middle. Okay, now suppose user trying to access an unavailable page, unavailable page. So at that time, it will give me a let's say like 404 page error. Okay, so how we can handle that kind of issues? Okay, so for that we are going to, first we have to handle that page. Now, so we use app.use, and in that app.use we are just calling the function. Okay, and the function having the request object, response object, having the next object. Okay, so if we are trying to access a page that is not available, that is not available, so that means that is we are actually trying to access page zero, page not found error. So here we are going to create new error. So that I'm named this as error, and we are creating new error. Okay, new error, and in this error we can say that 404 page found. Okay, page not found. Okay, just a minute. What is an arrow operator? Now, at that time, we are also setting the status code. So we can see that if the error is having the page not found, then error dot status code will be equals to 404, and we are sending the error to the error handler middleware. We use next dot. In the next, we are just passing the error. So here we are creating the error that the page is not found, and we are updating the status. We are creating the status with the 404, and we are sending this error to the error handler. Okay, and now we are going to create the error handler. So this is called error handling middleware. How we can do this? In app dot use, that we create as a function. In the function, we have error, we have request, we have response, we have a next, and here we are responding dot with the status code. The status code will be error dot status, and if it is not, then 500 will be set as an internal server error, and we have to also send the response. The response will be error dot message. Now maybe there will be some functional error, but now it is correct. So see, I'm getting ABC, and if we are trying to access unavailable page, and it gives me 404 page not found. Even though we are also checking what is the status code over there. So see, here the status code is 404 page not found. Okay, now if we not specify the error status code here, then it will be set by the 500. So let me save the code and let me refresh the things, and let's see. Now the 500 internal page internal server error will be set as the response status. So here we are setting the things, we are handling the errors. Okay, so if the page not found, we are sending the error with the next function, and then the middleware handle the error. Even we can also handle the this authentication problem. Okay, this authentication, user is not authentication, we will also uh, handle this with the help of error. How we can do this? We will make it comment first, and we are creating the new error here. Okay, so we will create const, we will create new error here, new error object. Okay, and here you can say that authentication field. Okay, and here we can set the status code error dot status. We can set 403. Okay, and at the same time we will send the error to the error handler. We can also do that. Now we can also send the error as an authentication field error. So we will create an error object, set the error code. If the error code is not set, then the 500 error will be as a set as the status code. Okay, now see, let me save the code. Okay, now here we will setting the dashboard now. So if the dashboard, if I'm trying to directly access the dashboard, it will give me the authentication field. See, authentication field, and we are getting the error as well, 403. Okay, so an error handling middleware can handle any error, any type of error. Okay, so this is a way of we can use error handling middleware with the Express. Okay, now let us discuss the fourth kind of middleware, that is called built-in middleware. Now in the built-in middleware, we are using the middleware that is used by the Express. Okay, so here I'm trying to access some resources that are that has a static resources. Now the static resources, I'm making that static resources for the user, and for the making it static resource, we are using the built-in middleware. So how we can use built-in middleware? So I want, whenever I enter the base URL, the home URL, then the user will redirect it to the index.html. By default, it is always be an index.html. So let me create index.html, and now because I want it to be a static resource, so for that we have to create a new folder. I'm making this public resource for public resource public folder to be available as a static resource. So I create a public folder. In the public folder, we are going to create as index dot. Okay, now let me create the skeleton, and I'm saying that home page. Okay, home page. Now the h1 will be has home page. Okay, now I'm saving thing, and I want this public as well as the index.html will be available whenever the user hit the home page. We don't need to specify, we don't need to redirect. It will be automatically bind with your application. That is a static resource. So how we can do this? So we go to the middleware, and here I'm using a static resource middleware. So here I will use built in middleware for static resources. Okay, so we use app dot use, and we are using express dot static. Now I just want this public to be as a the static folder, and for accessing that particular this public folder, we are using we are have to use path dot join, and path is basically a built-in module, so we have to require this here. Okay, so here we use path, and the reference will be path. Okay, so we will use path dot join, and now I want get the base URL of the application, so that will be handled by a directory name global variable, and now I use public as a static resource, as a static folder for this application. Okay, now let me save the things. Now I hope when I go to the home page, it will be sent as a index.html as a static resource. Let me save the code, and here I'm going to the home page. See, now I will get the home page. Now I also wants to be add some static CSS with this page. So how we can do this? We can do with this help of here in the public. We are going to create a new folder and named as CSS. Okay. I'm also adding some image here, so I am also going to create a new folder here for the image as well. Okay, for image as well. Okay, so in the CSS, I'm going to add new file that style.css. Okay, in this here, I'm just trying to make the body color or body background color for the body tag. The background color should be sky blue. Okay, and h1 the h1 tag should be centered. So I just write text align center. Okay, now I just want this CSS to be linked with the index.html. So here we use the link tag, and now this is style. So we are at index.html, and the CSS is in the CSS folder. So for accessing that folder, we have to use that slash, and we have to access the CSS, and we have to we have to get the style.css. So this is the path in order to get the styles.css in a particular folder. Okay, now let me save the things. I hope it will be work. So let me refresh the page. Now see, your CSS have been applied. Now I want there should be a image that will be on the home page. It's like our beta labs, there will be a home page now, and at the home page there is an image. So I want this image to be display when we open the home page. So let me save this image. Okay, I will save this image in the image folder. Okay, now let me go to the page, and here I have to write img image tag, and the source will be again slash dot image and the blogger dot image. Okay, now this I'm accessing the address. Now let me set the width equals to 100%. Okay, so let me open the page, home page, and see Now we will get the image on the home page. So whenever we access the home route, it will send the static resource, and the static resource is the index.html. Now we can also access the dashboard page. So if I'm trying to access the dashboard page directly without not doing any authentication, so it will be just send me the error handling error, that is authentication field. So if I'm trying to access with the proper authentication, then it will help me to put into the dashboard page. Okay, and similarly we can also access the other resource as well. So here we have access the static resource using the built-in middleware. Okay, so we have used the built-in middleware, we have used application level middleware, we have used route level middleware, and we have also used error handling middleware. And the one middleware is pending, that is the third party middleware. But third party middleware we have already used, that is body parser. In the get and do post method, we have used the body parser in order to handle the post requests. Okay, so we have covered all the middlewares that are basically used with the Express application. Okay, thank you.